Hello and welcome back to this episode of Retro Plymouth Gamers on the Road. In the last episode you saw me having a little look around the northern part of Devon for a few little bargains. You've also seen me have a look around Plymouth as well for some charity shop finds. And in this episode I've gone west of Devon, almost onto the Cornish border, to have a little look around some charity shops around there, quaint little village. And I found a few bits of treasure actually. Bearing in mind there's only sort of 5 charity shops around this area, I was quite lucky to find some bits and pieces. Now I've gone off the beaten track a little bit with the things that I've bought. Usually I'll just go with video game related paraphernalia and a few vintage electronics. However, this time around I've got a bit of a mixture of everything really. I was out of my depth a little bit because I couldn't really check values of things and how much things are worth, so I had to go with common sense and a little bit of knowledge thrown in as well. Sometimes I'm in the deep end with things that I look at, whether they're going to be worth money, whether they're not. But sometimes you've got to take the plunge, especially if something's not really that expensive. What I did find looking around this particular village was that some of these charity shops were trying to ask ridiculous money for some things, and I think I put that down to the fact that some of the charity shops are bigger than your usual ones that you find in my hometown of Plymouth. So naturally they've got to try and make more on their targets or rent or whatever, how the arrangement works. But anyway, without further ado, let's see what bits and pieces I picked up. It's nothing particularly exciting, but retro all the same. I picked up these 4 cassettes. That these are I think they're Video 8 or High 8 or Mini TV, one of those. But yeah, I got 4 of those. They're Panasonic branded ones. They are sealed, and I paid 50p each for those. So I think they'll probably sell on eBay for 3 or 4 quid each, I should imagine. But I paid 2 quid for all 4, so that's not bad. That's pretty good innings, to be honest. I'm sure there's still buyers out there for Mini DV cassettes, so that's not too bad. £1.50 bought me this Casio scientific calculator. It's in very good condition, and it's got a big instruction booklet with it, which tells you how to program it. I should imagine it's probably like rocket science itself. Takes a couple of CR202s, I think, batteries, so I bought this blind because there's no battery power in it at this moment. But looking how clean it is, I'd expect that to work. It doesn't actually look like it's had much usage, if any at all, so I'd be very surprised if that didn't work. Sticking with the calculator theme itself, I've got another Casio one there, which I paid 50p for that one, and that one's working absolutely fine. I gave that a test in the store. I think it's another scientific one, so that should do good money on eBay. I would anticipate that from my 50p that's probably going to make me £7 or £8 on top, minusing your fees out. What else did I get here? I'm sure I got another calculator here somewhere. Oh yeah, I did, yeah. I got a retro solar powered Casio there, which is still working. Needs a little bit of a charge at the moment, but yeah, that one is actually still working. That was 50p as well. Considering how retro that is, I'd expect that to maybe do a tenner. It's quite a cool one. It's quite small as well, so it's having size on its side there. I'll probably put it on the window so a little bit later, just get a bit of charge in it, make sure it keeps the charge as well. They had this one out the back, which I got this for £1.50. This is I think it's a K-Ide or Cade KK9 multi-band receiver, which is like a sort of radio. She kindly let me have this for £1.50, so I was quite pleased with that. I didn't test it, but I did check the battery terminals on it to make sure that there was no corrosion, and it wasn't going to cause me any problems when I got it home to test it, so that should be absolutely fine. I've got the instruction booklet with that one as well. I'd probably put that at maybe 15 years old, so probably 2001, 2002 time. This was out the back as well, and I took a bit of a punt on this, but this was £1.50. As you can see, it's very early Jessup's equipment. This is, I think, a digital still to video transfer. So this allows you to transfer reel to, a more modern format. At this time, it was probably Mini DV. I don't really know who the buyer is going to be for that, but for £1.50 it was kind of quaint. It doesn't look like it's ever been used. Everything inside looks to be sort of brand new. Dropping things on the floor, the pens, but yeah, everything is pretty new in there. So I don't know who I'm going to sell it to, but I'm sure I'll find my buyer. I do eventually. Okay, and then I bought this, which on the face of things looks like just a normal cassette player, portable cassette player. It's not. It cost me £1.50, but this allows to convert the old tape format into WAV files or MP3, more modern format. So that's quite useful for people that have recordings, perhaps of live bands and things like that want to put them into an MP3 format and distribute them digitally. So, or more importantly, put them on a CD. So yeah, that was a bargain at £1.50, and yeah, to me didn't look like it had been used. Yeah, it's in pretty immaculate condition in there. It's got your instruction booklet and your CD for the software, which is quite important, I think, for these, because if you haven't got your software, just imagine you're chasing around. Silvercrest, I think, is like a Lidl brand or something like that, so it probably wasn't terribly expensive new, but it was £1.50. If I can get 10 or 12 quid back for it, I'm quite happy with that. Keeping on to sort of the video conversion thing, I got a Silvercrest USB video grabber, which you put in your old tape-based camcorder and plug it into your DVD recorder, I think, and then that allows you to record directly to, say, a DVD-R or VHS or something along those lines, or perhaps you could even plug it into a laptop. I'm not sure, I haven't really looked into it that much yet, but it was £1.50. It was worth a go for that sort of money. Yeah, I mean, the woman in the shop didn't really know what it was either, but yeah, £1.50. This, again, £1.50, and again, Silvercrest, is a ultrasonic cleaner. So this allows you to, I mean, it's illustrating putting CDs in this machine to clean them. Wouldn't recommend that at all, really wouldn't recommend that. But what you can put in this is things like jewellery, keys, coins, basic metal objects that aren't likely to get ruined by having a little bit of cleaning done on them. This is particularly good for jewellery as well. And most second-hand jewellers, you'll find an ultrasonic cleaner that will clean up all the jewellery and get it all sparkly again. Yeah, I think this is quite a cool thing actually, and £1.50, that's pretty good. So that's got to be worth maybe a tenner, isn't it, of anyone's money? Yeah, so I was quite happy with that. Put glasses in it if you want to. Might need to. Sticking with the game theme, as is expected from this show, I got a couple of PS2 games. These cost me £2 each, maybe a little bit more than I'd like to pay for PS2 games now, but I got Power Rangers Super Legends. That's quite a late release on the PS2. Came out 2007-2008 era. That's got the booklet with it, and it's one of the later cases as well, so it's one of the soft, quite flexible cases. It looks like it sustained a little bit of water damage to the front cover, but I'm not sure if I've got it in my collection or not. If I do, I'll probably sell it on, if not, bonus. I also got a copy of Jak 2 Renegade, which I don't see that game too often anymore. Sadly, no booklet, but the disc was in very, very good condition. So for £2 I did try and bargain it down to £1, but the woman was like, I'm a volunteer, I can't discount things, blah blah blah. Alright. So yeah, I mean, I think I probably spent about, what, 16 quid on all of this stuff. So I'd be very surprised if I take a loss anywhere along the lines here, but yeah, it was a bit of a gamble. As I said, I had no signal on my phone to really check things, so yeah, we'll see how it goes, and I'll check back and let you know if I do sell any of this stuff. And yeah, it'd be quite interesting to see, really, wouldn't it? Different stuff this week. So I guess I'll see you in the next episode. Alright.